Yes, thanks a lot for the opportunity. I prepared a couple of slides. The topic is the tomato processing and filling. So we have 15 minutes. With this, obviously, we are only scratching the surface of the topic. Hopefully, we're able to create interest. First of all, let me introduce SIG and myself. Personally, I'm Martin. I'm responsible for the sales in Middle East and Africa. I'm located in Dubai, in the head office of the SIG. SIG is a company located in Switzerland with more than 100 years of history. We're selling packaging material, carton packaging material for various types of food products. Revenue 1.8 billion euros. We're active in more than 70 countries globally, more than 5,500 employees. So SIG, we are. So the head office itself, and you can see my. Can you see my mouse point? I think this should be.
Yeah.
Yes, we can see.
Good. So the head office is in Switzerland. We have sales offices, which are the yellow dots across the entire world. Wherever you see red dots, this is where we have packaging material, where we're manufacturing packaging material. And the Middle East African region itself, head office is in Dubai. We have a factory in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And in Cairo itself, we have an office as well with local colleagues on the ground. What are we selling? Basically, what are the products? Basically, we have packaging filling lines. So packaging filling lines together with packaging material that are our products and enclosures. So our customers basically have once they're buying the entire systems. Later we will see why systems, why it's important basically to have machines and packaging material together. But we're not only a product supplier, we're as well solution providers. So it's important for us, the cooperation with our customers. So we are supporting in terms of setting up setting up the business, finding new ideas, launching new products. In sessions like this one today is important to us in order to tell as well people what is possible. Our customers, often we talk about multinational companies. We talk about the first, second, or third players in their regions. So main products are non-carbonated soft drinks, whatever is juices. We talk as well about milk products, but the focus today is actually on food, tomato paste, soups, etc. The processing, and just to make a short excursus, normally what many people know is the autoclave process. In the autoclave process, which you know from the can, you have a product, you have a packaging container, like the cans itself. Both is then you fill the product into the container itself, and then you need to heat it, because we want to have a long shelf life of product. How do you achieve long shelf life? You have to kill all microorganisms in the product. So there's nothing in the pack. So there's nothing that you can that can grow. So the traditional autoclave process basically fills the product into the container. This will be in an autoclave, will be then sterilized, and then you get an autoclaved product with a shelf life of 12 months, 24 months, depending on the product. The alternative is the aseptic process, and this is what we are using for the carton business. Here, basically, we are separately, we have the product as well, and we have the container, which is the carton pack, but we are separately sterilizing the products. We are separately heating the tomato paste up in order to kill all bacteria. We are separately sterilizing the carton pack, and then in what we call aseptic environment, we're filling both together and into a carton pack. And this gives you obviously a aseptically filled pack. These are the two general principles that does exist. What is the difference? What is the difference between the two? At the end, in order to make a product sterile or get a long shelf life, it needs to be treated with heat. So there, let's call it chunk of tomato needs to be treated by a certain temperature for a certain period of time. And in a can process, in an autoclave process, basically you take the product, you heat the can up to a certain temperature, you hold that temperature for a certain period of time, kill all the bacteria, and then you cool it down. Obviously, as you have a tomato chunk in the middle of a can, so even this piece needs to be treated with heat for a certain period of time. That means it takes some time to bring the heat from the outside into this tomato piece inside the can before you can hold the temperature and then cool it down. The aseptic process itself, here, as we are pumping the tomato paste or pieces through small tubes. In the small tubes, you can very quickly add the heat. So you can very quickly heat up the product, hold the temperature, and then directly cool it down. So the entire heating process is much shorter. And as a result, obviously, the treatment of the product is it's much more gentle treatment. Right? So you have better product quality, the nutritional values are preserved. When we talk about vitamins, we talk about color of the product itself due to the shorter heating. The pack itself, the carton pack itself, without going into too much details, obviously here is a multi-layer structure. Which is designed to preserve the product quality. Main material is aluminium because the product needs to be protected against oxygen and light. And then obviously you have the carton pack, which gives the overall structure and stability, plus polyethylene coating. The aluminium itself, there are already today structures in the market without aluminium. When we talk about sustainability here, I mean, we have the carton itself is about 75% of the entire final pack. We have about 21% polyethylene, 4% aluminium. Still, the aluminium is the main contributor to CO2 emissions, and there are today structures in place that can replace the aluminium. Right? So there as well we are working on this field. Now, what are different short experts? There are different systems obviously in the market. What you see on the left side basically is the SIG system. We're working on a sleeve, on a packaging material sleeve, as we call it. Versus alternative systems that are working from a reel. What is the difference? Obviously, we are open the container, we are sealing the bottom, and then we are filling in an open container. As we are filling in an open container, and then we close above the product level. That means there is no risk that any pieces, particulates, chunks are in that sealing area. Whereas with other alternative systems, they are from the reel, the building tube, and then this tube is filled with product, and then there are sealing bars sealing through the product. That means if you have fibers, if you have pieces in that sealing bar, obviously then that creates microchannels, and therefore it is not possible basically with a real system, but it's possible with a sleeve system to fill products as well with pieces. As a result, with the systems, there are you have flexibility in terms of products that one can be filled, various type of products, but as well various types of formats and sizes. And so sizes from 80 milliliters to 2 liters with different shapes. You can have standard packs, obviously, if you fill for private label, you can have more design packs, more premium looking packs if we talk about branded products. So it's a possibility to really use the equipment and the assets and then customize the products to the target group. Why is this important? I mean, this is one example on the tomato paste. If we talk about tomato passata, in the market, now we talk about Dubai, but we have other examples as well from Europe. It is sold the 500 gram at 6 dirham, which is roughly in terms of US dollars, one and a half US dollars. 500 gram. Then you have 500 gram as well with chopped tomato. Finally, from cost point of view, you still have the packaging material is the same. The product is 500 gram is the same, but you have 30% higher retail price. So by adding a bit of value, you're able to increase the sales price and improve margins as well. If you go one step beyond that, obviously, is another example. Here we talk about 370 gram. So we reduce the overall quantity, reducing the product cost, etc. Adding some ingredients, vegetables, for example, and making it an added value product, which all of a sudden you're able to significantly increase as well retail prices and therefore margins. So the objective obviously must be to able to serve all segments, right? To have flexibility in terms of size, to have flexibility in terms of products that can be filled, so that from marketing point of view, you can really create your portfolio. Right? Because often, especially tomato product, when we talk about passata, is often seen as commodity with low margins, very difficult to compete here. But by adding added value, obviously, you can finally have your mix calculations and differentiate this. The carton packaging itself, you will after the webinar, obviously, you will get a handout with all the details. So no need to go through every aspect here. But we compare to the cane, which is an alternative packaging. We can look at logistic costs. From a logistical point of view, you can get more packs on a tray, pallet. We talk about the display packs. This display in the shelves, where the carton pack has the advantages where you have billboard effect. It looks slim, modern. Environmental aspects. So when we look at the sustainability here, CO2 emission is significantly reduced. And just to name some of the advantages. Now, what is trend? Trend in the market is going as well towards the carton. When we look at Europe, so you have many retailers, agencies, experts going towards the carton and praising the carton as packaging. So we see starting in Europe trends from the cane towards the carton business. To give you some examples, in the UK, even retailers are highlighting the advantages of the carton pack. Here, Asta, as one of the major retailers, informing their customers that on purpose they go into carton for sustainability reasons, right? For quality and freshness. So we looked at the aseptic process itself, the advantages, but as well with regard to environmental aspects. Major discounter in Europe as well, Lidl, focusing on environmental friendly packaging, and here especially carton, in order to reduce prices, costs, yes, environmental fees, but as well going for sustainable solutions. Some further examples from the market, and here there are plenty. If someone is interested, obviously we can give much more information, but we, especially here in the food business, we talk about many multinational companies. We talk about lots of brands as well, but as well retailers that are going for tomato products in carton. Examples here of different products, and therefore you see again different products, different price points as well, but different added value ranges as well, depending on the target customers, consumers. Obviously, main market is Italy, as is coming from Italy, but therefore here the customers and the examples are mainly from Italy. From the region itself, here Egypt, for example, Johaina is one of our customers as well here in the region, known for milk, known for juice products, but as well launching the range Happy Kitchen, and here they launched already first tomato products in carton packs. This was a very short and broad overview due to the limited time. But if you have questions, obviously we have a local colleague, Angie in Cairo, is there on the ground. Happy to meet you anytime. Obviously, you will have as well my contact details, and so happy to go more into details if you're interested in one or the other aspect.